it going, everyone? Josh from TOCSupplies, and today is going to be a very special video because we have a very special guest, and that is Yvan Lacroix. Finally,
how are you doing, Josh?
We have him here. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Excellent. Happy to be here.
Of course. I mean, look, we're finally doing the red Fiat.
Yeah, and you know, everyone says we never clean a dirty car. They can't say that this isn't dirty.
You can't say anything anymore because last time you guys said about that my Audi, it was actually dirty, but now you can really see that this is dirty. Well, I just want to let you know that one of our best sellers from the DIY detail product line is the actual rinse. Yep, there you go. Is actually Rinseless wash.
Right.
A lot of people has had a lot of questions about Rinseless wash, certain application methods, how you use it, what is it good for?
Definitely. So Rinseless wash, yes, you can wash a dirty car. Now, Rinseless wash does not mean you shouldn't pre-rinse the car. Rinseless wash means after you're done rinsing, after you're done applying the Rinseless wash to the surface, you're done. Exactly. You can start drying. In this case, we have 4 gallons of water in the bucket. So we put in 4 capfuls. 1 capful per gallon or 1 ounce for 2 gallons of water. Very easy to calculate.
Perfect.
And we're going to pre-spray the vehicle. We're going to use an IK sprayer.
Sounds good. Just for the audience, Yvan, why do you want to pre-spray the vehicle before we actually get into the Rinseless wash?
Right. Would you take your soapy wash mitt to something this gritty and dirty? No. It's the same way with the Rinseless wash. Now, instead of trying to figure out what the dilution ratio is and all that, we don't need to do that. We've already pre-diluted it in our bucket.
Just take your IK in.
Yep, off we go. So the reason we're pre-spraying, couple things. First of all, we see all the grit on the vehicle. And why not take the pressure washer to it first? Well, simply, if you take your pressure washer to this, you are going to be scratching the surface. Right. Imagine your AR blue at 1800 PSI hitting this surface. What's it going to do?
You don't want that. You're still going to get some scratches from some of the grit that is on the dirt.
Right.
So I think I know what you're about to do.
Right. So we're going to pre-spray. And the Rinseless is going to encapsulate the dirt. It's going to lift it off the surface safely. And then when we rinse it with the pressure washer, all that dirt's going to be gone. The grit's going to be gone. Now we just have to take care of traffic film with a contact wash.
It's nice and encapsulated. So when you get straight into the pressure wash, you're not using all that jet-powered water blasting grit and stone into the paint. And you wonder why there's some scratches on your paint. That's the reason why, folks. Yes, now we're going to get to the demonstrations. Because Ivan's going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm learning. Let's get right to it, guys.
So first step is pre-spraying. We have our dilution of 256:1, 4 milliliters to a liter inside our IK sprayer that we just took from the bucket. We don't have to rethink this and do all sorts of weird calculations.
Nice and easy and simple.
Right. Then we're pre-spraying. So we're getting the surface wet with the Rinseless wash, making sure that everything is encapsulated, and we have a lot of grit on this vehicle. So we have to be very thorough in doing this.
And I'm assuming you can't just go all over the place. You're going in one direction, moving down, like you're painting a wall.
I'm lazy, therefore I'm methodical.
Got it.
I don't like going back and forth if I don't have to. And we're only doing 1/2 of the car because there's other videos to follow.
That's right.
And while I'm doing this, because I still have a little area to spray here, make sure you're subscribed, you hit the notification bell. If you have any questions, leave them below. So there we go. Now we can already see the dirt just running down the vehicle.
I can see it pulling. Yep.
And let's get that rocker panel.
There's a nice collection right here, and that's going to be great.
Right, now, if you have that collection, the IK sprayer, you can do this.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
And you can actually clean that off.
Easy.
Like on the windowsill here.
So you simply tighten the nozzle on the IK.
Actually, you loosen it to get that.
Ah, got it. Nice.
So we get that heavy accumulation off. But we're going to be using the pressure washer on this, even though it's a rinseless wash. Now, if you don't have the option of the pressure washer and your vehicle is this dirty, go put a few coins in the machine and pre-spray it first.
At the coin wash?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly,
Because this is extreme. You know, rarely see vehicles this dirty,
Right.
unless they've been off-roading or following a bus 3 feet behind it.
Got it. So there are going to be limitations to what you can do with rinseless wash. If it is this K, then you highly recommend using a coin wash, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Same thing. You wouldn't put your soapy wash mitt on this. You're not going to put your rinseless sponge on this either.
Sounds good.
So at this point, let's get out the pressure washer and rinse this off.
Let's do it. Can I do the rinsing?
Oh, always.
All right.
Enjoy.
Wait, you see that? Guess who gets to rinse off Yvan Lacroix's Fiat? Me. All right, let's get down to it and rinse off the DIY rinseless wash.
Now you notice Josh is being very careful not to spray the roof. And you never want to use a pressure washer on a convertible top, so.
All right, how's that, Ivan?
Excellent job.
Yeah.
Now, this car has our 8-year ceramic coating on it, and you can see where we had less accumulation on the back, it's beating like it should be.
Yeah.
But because of that heavy accumulation of dirt, all that fun stuff on the surface, it's not beating here yet. But as soon as we hit it with the rinseless sponge, it'll be beating and back to the coating the way it should be.
Fantastic. Basically, just kind of clog the coating surface a little
Exactly.
bit. Exactly. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
So off we go. First of all, with the sponge, you don't want to use it soaking wet like this.
Yep.
You actually want to squeeze it a little bit.
Okay.
So get it just on the verge of dripping. And that's all the moisture you need in it. If you have too much moisture, you have a problem.
Right.
The sponge is designed to absorb. If it is fully saturated, it's not going to lift the dirt off the surface. It's going to be trying to deposit the liquid on the surface.
That makes sense. So you're just basically pushing the dirt at that point and it's not being absorbed.
Right.
Got it.
And here, so you see the hydrophobics come back immediately.
Oh yeah. We got some right there. We got some action going on right there.
And you notice we have a bit of dirt on the sponge now. Just simply touch it to the surface, lift it up. It's clean again.
I had to see that for myself, guys.
Yeah, so literally, I didn't even put it all the way in, just touched it to the surface. So that's the power of the rinseless wash. And sponge has 2 sides. So the 2 sides are basically the same foam, just different colors. So what we're doing here is you can use one side to get part of your panel. Don't forget the underside of the mirror.
And then you missed the thing underside of the mirror.
And then use the other side to do the rest of the panel. That way you know where you've been.
Fantastic.
And you can keep track of it.
It's basically to prevent contamination from just being washed off from one panel and moving on to the other.
Right.
That's awesome.
And work your way down the panel.
Yep.
Once again, you try. So,
all right.
So you'll see it's not a trick.
It's not a trick because I'm doing it myself, guys. So just from the top right here, a few dunks maybe?
Oh, just one.
Just one, just squeeze it out.
Now, are you impressed?
Do you not see this right now? I'm kidding.
Go ahead.
But that was awesome. So, you're talking about basically this much, about that much?
Yeah, you just want it on the verge of dripping.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, we're gonna go in straight motions, right? We're gonna start from the top.
And Josh is being extremely gentle here, which is the way you want it. The less pressure you exert on the sponge, the better it's going to work.
Oh yeah. And it's just gliding nicely too.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. That's amazing actually. I'm getting a little bit lower, so
yep.
I might have to flip over to the better side.
Works.
Yeah.
And the advantage of the sponge, there's a number of reasons we're using a sponge.
Yeah.
First of all, what I was talking about, the absorption. So it's actually lifting the dirt off the surface
right.
instead of trying to deposit on the surface. A microfiber works great. You can use like a wash block or something like that has microfiber.
Yeah.
Microfiber holds that grit on the surface of it.
Got
so
it.
you have more of a chance of scratching with that.
So do these finger-looking textures on the sponge do anything?
They're there for flexibility. If you had a
Right.
flat sponge, it's hard for it to contour to get in here, etc. Whereas now with that cut, you're breaking the surface tension.
Sounds good. Yeah, because there's a lot of misconception about sponge using. We've had some customers ask us, hey, you're still using the sponge for rinseless wash. That doesn't look safe. It looks very abrasive. It looks like you're just, traveling grit around your paint.
Yeah.
But you heard it from Yvan himself. There's definitely benefits to using a DIY detail sponge with your rinseless wash.
Right. Now, going to Walmart or Canadian Tire and buying a sponge, not a good idea. There's a lot of technology that's in this sponge.
Yeah.
First of all, the foam itself. Secondly, the cuts, the shape, and also the way it interacts with the rinseless wash.
Yeah.
Your typical, house cleaning sponge, not a good idea. Back 20 years ago when rinseless washing started, people were using grout sponges. Yeah. Still not a good idea. Right.
It makes it cringe a little bit.
Right. So these are designed specifically for washing.
Yeah.
You can use the Legacy sponge not only with rinseless wash,
Yeah.
but with soap and water as well.
There you go. You can also use this as soap. Just to give you guys a little heads up, the rinseless wash, by the way, smells really good. I'm smelling it from the sponge, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I could definitely smell the scent. So
Right.
Not only is it effective, but it's also pleasing to work with.
Right.
A lot of our audience and a lot of our customers like to use a product that smells good. A product that not only works, but it hits your senses, right?
It makes washing more enjoyable if you actually have a pleasant scent.
It does.
So it smells like an apple orchard, we've been told. It is apple scent, so.
Nice. Well, is there anything else you want to add on the rinseless wash and the sponge, Yvan?
Well, we need to dry the card.
Let's try it. Let's get right to it, guys. So now we're getting into the drying portion of this beautiful wash, and we're going to be using the DIY detailed twist loop drying towels.
Exactly. They're a 3-pack. So great towels.
1, 2.
They're nice and convenient. Small car, small towel. Actually these 3 towels will clean an F350 if you want.
Oh yeah.
Now, the advantage of rinseless wash, and the reason it's called rinseless, because we rinse this with the pressure washer, right?
Yeah.
It is its own drying aid. It's its own drying lubricant. So we're not leaving water on the vehicle. We have polymers and we have surfactants that make it so that the towel can easily
Glide.
dry the surface.
I gotta give this a try.
So no streaking, super easy to dry, right?
Yeah.
But we're detailers. We always like to do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a curse. Okay.
Ceramic gloss.
Oh, see how he pulled that out?
Yeah. So it's ceramic gloss, spectacular drying aid.
Yep.
3 to 9 months protection.
Oh, nice.
So even on a ceramic coated car, it's just going to give it a little more protection.
Fantastic.
And the less you use, the better it is. So just a couple sprays here and there is all you need. And then it makes drying super easy, slick. It also smells great. And at the same time, you're protecting the car even more.
Exactly. That smell in the car got me. As soon as you said, yeah, and it smells great, I smelled it from the initial spritz.
Yeah.
But guys, let me tell you this, when I'm wiping this drying towel on the paint, it feels very slick, feels great to work with. And these towels are drying so great.
Yeah, just one pass, it's all you need. No pressure.
No pressure, yep.
And they're a 3-pack, so I like to have one in each hand. That way I'm sure I'm not putting my fingers on the car.
That's good.
Yeah, there we have it.
All right, awesome.
It's now clean again.
Awesome. And now we got the next one.
Yeah, it's clean on one side. So stay tuned. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below. Josh and I will be answering.
Let's do it.